Welcome to A Little Help Podcast, where understanding life cycles can lead to bigger and better changes. We got Minnie in the house.
Y'all, I'm hungry.
Oh, my God.
We just started. How can you be hungry already?
I'm starved.
Oh,
You should have bought some of that barbecue. You barbecued over the holiday, 4th of July holiday. I mean,
It's time for that to go up.
okay. And we got Mike.
hello.
We're going to try this again with them. With them.
You weren't happy with the results last time.
She'll be all right.
All right.
All right, y'all. Let's
Who else you gonna get to come talk to you?
let's get started.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Let's get started because she about to work the nerves already.
Here we go.
She started first
Should have
thing.
gave me a Snickers.
She is a little hangry.
Hangry. Yeah, she acting like that beast. Okay, so dating whoever gives us attention, lost identity, lack of self-worth, the hunger for love that lead to I'll just compromise.
Mhm.
Okay? I'll just compromise. We live in a time where being noticed feels like love, but attention is not affection, and affection is not purpose. Why do we settle
Hmm.
in relationships?
That's a good question.
Why do we settle? I did a lot of settling.
Okay.
I've been in relationships where, and again, the relationships that I was in them for years, at least a couple years. Most of my relationships lasted for like 2 years, 2 to 3 years.
Mm.
By your choice or by just the way things played out?
The way things played out, like I was in a relationship with someone, it was going good in there a couple years, and this person, they were, close to their brother, and the brother was kind of like, come on, dude, you don't need to be settling down. You don't need to be with, one person. Started taking them out, meeting different women and stuff, all of a sudden, they started disappearing. You call, they're not answering, that type of, so something going on.
Yeah.
You go by, they're not there, it's like, okay, all of a sudden the communication and stuff, like I say, men are simple.
That's true.
Men are simple. And all of a sudden you're seeing these changes, the pattern changes, where when you used to spend time together all the time, now all of a sudden, where you at?
Yeah.
So it ended up, it ended. And to this day, I don't even think he knows that I know that while we were dating, he ended up getting this chick pregnant.
Oh.
Oh, really?
He ended up getting this chick pregnant. Yeah.
What the hell? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So he figured,
I thought I knew who she was talking about until now.
You thought this? So it's somebody else?
I don't know.
Oh.
You don't got to tell me. Don't tell me. I don't need to know.
That, he'll just kind of like, I guess, ease on out of the relationship, whatever, and I would never find out. But I found out, So
You always find out.
You always
find out.
That's wild as hell.
Girl.
Unless you're mignon, then you didn't find out.
Boy. Yeah, I wasn't ready.
Uh-huh.
You weren't ready for that one?
No.
Okay.
Surprise.
Okay. So, you get over it, you spend time alone, year pass, another year pass, you meet somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You start dating. And this person, I was dating him, and again, dating him for a couple years.
It's a different person. Okay.
Come to find out, you didn't even know that they were going through like this divorce, didn't know nothing. I'm like, what the, and it was funny because you had my car, and you went down the street that their ex lived on.
You see how I get in this? I ain't even did nothing.
You had my car, and they ended up calling the person, their ex, talking about I was on their street and what was I doing over there? Like I was stalking them or something.
I feel like I've heard this before.
Yeah. So when I got the call, that it was like, they say that they saw you over there. I wasn't over there. What are you talking about? I'm like, I've been home. My daughter has my car, But it ended up that somehow she must have known where I stayed. So I must have been followed before, whatever. So anyway, I was going down the alley. I was turning in. You know how we go down the alley to go, to mom's house. And this car was zoomed in and was following me. And
wait, we were at grandma's house at that time?
No, I was just going back to her house.
Okay.
We weren't living there, no.
Okay.
No.
I'm trying to put two and two together, okay?
And she zoomed in, and finally I was like, okay, who is this? So I pull over, and she get out and saying who she was, and I bet not catch you on my street no more. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was not on your street, know.
So she's chasing you at this point?
Yeah.
Basically, and you have no idea who this woman is?
Why you ain't black her eye?
Had no idea.
That's not
who
the
she
therapeutic
was.
thing to say.
Wow. What did you say?
Had no idea.
That's why she ain't black her eye, but that's
Right.
not therapeutic.
Well,
Oh.
it's an accurate question.
I'm just trying to
but
figure
you're
out
sitting up here, you got
if you
somebody-
following me, like you don't. First of all,
Matter of fact, I was in my red car. I think I had the red car. Did you?
The
Or
Trailblazer?
or was it the?
the Trailblazer or the Eclipse,
Might have been.
Or the
Might have been the
Talon.
Talon.
you always have a red car,
Oh,
some
okay.
sort of.
Anyway.
But so here's the thing.
Mm.
I don't care who you are. You don't know how someone is plan to protect themselves while they're driving, right? Even when it comes to something like road rage. You pulling up on the side of somebody and cussing them out.
And
she went as far as to pull up on the side of you, get out the car and start hollering like you could have got shot.
It just wasn't no sweet talk. Right. It could have been that because I have no idea who you are. The fact that this is like going through a divorce situation, I didn't even know.
So
I still don't know who this person is.
Did you pull over for her, or did you keep on going?
I stopped. I'm like, who are you?
I wouldn't have stopped. I would have been like, I'm out. You know?
But I was right there, at the, so I guess I could have just kept on going and have an accident. Eventually she run into my,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
So anyway, that was that. And, told him about it and everything. And of course, she'll never believe that it wasn't me, it was you over there, So she thought I was stalking.
I was in the streets.
See what I'm saying?
I was whipping the streets with my friends.
I think
we
he was
were
over.
out.
I think he was over on Buchanan Street, 40-something in Buchanan. I
Oh,
remember that.
is that like Terrytown? Not Terrytown.
No.
Glen Park area.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably with Summer.
See what I'm saying? See, I ain't
As
lying.
long as you understand.
But anyway, so I dated this guy for a while, and it ended. Let me just go. Long story short, he was in the reserves, and he was leaving, for the reserves. I forgot where they were going, whatever, but they were going out of town. I knew he was going to be gone for a few months, whatever. But again, here we go, the pattern. The pattern is starting to change.
Yeah.
You see this pattern, it's like, okay, all of a sudden you're not available, I'm not hearing from you, what's going on here, And come to find out, he started dating a girl that was in the reserves with him, and they were leaving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, together.
To go on vacations?
No, leaving for the reserves. They had,
Oh.
when you're in the Army reserves and all that kind of stuff, you have something that you got to do, and they had to leave. You
really stumped me with this one. I have no idea.
So, oh God, I was really, really, really tore up. This is the one where Latika was like, "You need to pray. You need to pray." She really got on me about,
when did Latika not say that?
This was the big one. This was the one where she really came down and said, "This is what you need to do. This relationship."
So you're saying you were really into this guy?
Yeah,
And-
we had been together for a minute.
Okay.
You know, and he
So
did.
he just pulled this on you, and you didn't even see it coming.
Didn't even see it coming.
I am wrecking my brain over here.
Didn't even see it coming.
Wow.
And eventually, you know, as they say, time heals all wounds. I want to say maybe 3 months, you know, I finally kind of got, okay, I'm over it. I healed. I'm okay. You know, I don't hurt anymore. And I would say maybe.
Wait, was this when you used to like lock yourself in the room
No.
and pray? Okay. Well, boom. I still don't know.
No.
Okay.
And it sounds like you're not going to.
Not right now. Not in this
what?
moment.
I was saying, is this going to be revealed on the episode, or is this going to
Probably
be
not.
off the microphone? kind of
It's
thing?
probably gonna be off the mic.
She wasn't even born.
Oh.
So
Wait,
anyway.
how was I not born?
Wait a
If you
minute.
saying
Wait a minute. You were. Because it was.
you just said I was driving your
It was
car
later
around.
on they tried to come back around later on after you grew up. Because what was said.
Oh,
But
wait.
after you grew up. Because what was said, they came back like 6 months. They had been gone. And they had sent me a letter. I read the letter and I'm like, oh, they want to get back, you know.
Right.
Like, So they ended up coming back from where they were, whatever. Things didn't work out. Of course, the grass ain't green on the other side.
Of course.
And I remember them saying that should have been my daughter later on because, you know, they came, you know, of course, I never took them back.
Right.
I was done. So years went on. And I remember them saying, you know, it should have been my daughter. I should have had a daughter. That should have been, you know, but this was way.
Did they already have a daughter?
No.
She's determined to
I'm
figure this
literally
out.
trying to figure this out, okay?
No, they had 2 boys already. But,
Okay, no, I don't.
So,
So it was years
Wrecking my
later
brain.
that I don't know if I saw them again somewhere, whatever. But that's when they said, you know, they should have been, you know. So yeah, you were grown up by that time that they came around and said that. Yeah. And then going back, you know, like I said with the guy that ended up having the baby, it's funny because they ended up leaving and they moved away to another state. And you know how sometimes you don't know what goes on, you know, karma gonna knock on your door. You know, I don't wish bad on nobody.
right.
But the fact that I haven't seen you in all these years and then I pull up to get gas and there you are. There you are, years, you know, later.
Yeah.
I didn't moved on with my life, whatever. And it's funny because he came, he said, you know what, I just really want to apologize to you. You know, I hope that you forget. I said, I forgave you a long time ago.
How do you
And
do
you
that?
legitimately did? You forgave?
Yeah, that's like, how do you even do that?
That's what I'm wondering. Like,
I-
you literally,
You
in
just
my
gave
mind,
us 2 different people that you've dated, right? And for both of these people, we like water under the bridge.
And my thing is how you know that you have forgiven someone. Really, truly, you know, I don't wish bad on anybody. You know, I forgive people with love. Hey, because everybody have. You don't know what illness or what sickness or what perversion or whatever that is going on with this person.
Well, yeah.
I can't sit here and you might have some type of addiction that you know I don't know about. We don't know what's
Right.
wrong with people and why people do what they do. So
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and harm myself not forgiving someone. And I continue to say it, you know, I've done some stuff in my life, and if God didn't forgive me, Lord knows.
forgive has to have a result, I think, where you get something out of it. Whether it's
You do get something out of it, you know. Hopefully, you can when you stand before the Lord, you don't say, "Well,
Right, fair.
You held on to this all of your life,
Yeah.
you know." And it's in the word to forgive.
Well, what about
Why did you never forgive? You know.
what about what you might get currently on this side of things? Because in my mind, as I hear Mike say that, like, you have to get something out of it, I immediately think peace.
Exactly.
The peace of
That's
not
just what I was
holding
about
on.
to say.
Well,
Peace.
and I'm not saying
I
you-
got peace that I don't hold grudges.
right.
I know how to let go because again, I'm not greater than God that I can't forgive, you know.
Sure. But I think what I meant by that is do you get not necessarily a satisfaction? I can't think of the word I'm looking for.
I'm not trying to get
like, do you learn something? Do you
or
learn
payback?
something?
Every situation you go through, you gain wisdom and you learn something and you grow. And it's funny because, Mignon said, well, how do you know all this? How are you so, your spiritual level? How do you?
But especially in that moment, like when it's happening.
Oh, it's not going to be right away that, I'm going to forgive you. It just happened. It takes time.
Okay.
Oh, it takes time.
Every experience that you have in your life is a learning lesson.
It's a
right?
learning
Whether
lesson.
it's a good lesson or a bad lesson, whether it was something that was painful or, you just needed to know, it's always going to be something that you learn.
And then you go through it. It's like, why do you keep on, connecting with these people? And it's kind of like,
and I think that's what I meant. Like when you have that happen, is the lesson learned? Did I learn what it is they did to me that makes me want to avoid that next time? Or
you think you're avoiding it. You think you're avoiding, but what you're not understanding is you take time to yourself. I'm done with dating. I'm going to be by myself. Couple years, 2-3 years. I'm by myself.
Don't do that. First of all, most people do not do that. They just hop from one relationship
some people
to the next.
will go from one to the other. I've never been that person. It's always been 2 years before, in between. It's like I can't just jump from person to person. And I feel like, again, you take that time to yourself. But have you really stopped to look in the mirror to say, what am I doing wrong that I keep running into these type of people? You take the time alone, but you're not healing yourself.
Are you always confident that it was you who did something wrong, or that it might have been?
The understanding of that takes time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you will keep continuing to choose the same type of person over and over and over again until you do that internal work.
Yeah.
Right. And I didn't know that I needed internal work done
I got you.
to heal me, to stop.
And that's what takes the time.
So the brokenness in me, the wounds in me are still going.
That's why people come to somebody like me.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
And the thing is, even back then, therapists weren't really known like they are now.
Right.
Therapists are really out there now.
That's
a lot of people didn't talk about therapists like that. Most people, I ain't going no therapy. I'm not. No,
say that.
That was like
there was a
like
negative
a no
stigma attached to therapy, especially in the Black culture. But therapists were around.
What were they doing?
They were around.
What were they doing differently, though?
They weren't doing anything differently. I think the Black community was just like. It was that mentality of what happens in my house stays in my house, right? And so I'm not going to some therapist to tell them all of my business for them to run it in the streets, even though that's not how therapy works.
But did that ever happen? Like, were there therapists that would do that?
No,
at that
it's
time?
just the mentality of the culture at that time.
I got you.
During those times, it's a difference in generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I mean, you only do so much as what you're raised to know, right? So if your parents have that, what happens in my house stays in my house, then you're not going to go and talk to somebody and run and tell all of your business to get some sort of help.
Right.
That's taking it outside of the household.
Yep. Yeah.
And then back in our generation, we talked about this. We didn't go to our parents and discuss our relationships. We didn't go to our sisters. We didn't go to our brothers. We didn't go to our aunts and uncles. And they didn't come to us to talk to us about our relationships.
Yeah. So who did you do? What did you do?
You out there in the world trying to figure it out. A lost soul trying to figure it out.
Wow.
Bumping your head a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have the podcast that we can listen to help us.
True.
Or to listen to what older people been through to stop us. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
Older people didn't come to their children they didn't talk to us.
Well, and I would assume too, if you had a friend that may have gone through the same thing, you didn't even know about it. You didn't know they were
going through their own bumping of the heads.
Right. And they're not saying,
you're more likely to share with your friend than you are with a therapist at that point.
Absolutely.
But what's ironic, the friend is more likely the one who's going to go tell your story.
Well,
to another friend.
He said it, not me.
To another friend.
Why did I hit a
Now your business all
You see how that's just dumb?
Which part?
Like, you don't want to go and talk to a therapist, but you rather go and run all of your business to a friend who gonna put it all in the streets regardless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then be wondering, well,
How'd they find
that
out?
person know about that?
Yeah.
I never told them that.
And then you got to look
watch
at
who
it,
in your circle.
you know, while dating, while going through things, you know, I probably saw God knows how many flags.
Mm.
You know, a lot of other flags. But again, you know, why do we settle? Because of past wounds, because of things that happened when you were younger. A lot of people, again, things have happened in their younger times that they swallowed. They never talked about. They never went to mom or dad and talked about it.
And I know I've settled because it was just easier. I already know it. I'm comfortable with it. I'm
And then
familiar with it.
you know, why do we settle? Because we tired of being lonely. How many of us are I don't want to be by myself no more. So, you know, no self-worth.
Right,
Again, things that we've talked about.
You also got to think, when you continue down this path of dating, right, you may settle for the next guy because, yes, he has his red flags, but he doesn't have the same red flags that the last person had.
Absolutely.
He's not doing that anymore. And that's what I said I'm no longer going to put up
and
with.
what
But
it is
I can try to work with this. I can fix this.
But the problem is the people that think I can fix him or I can fix her, that never works.
until you realize that. So you're going to keep on.
Settling and repeating
And
bad
you got to
behaviors.
remember, we talked about this, the different games that people play.
Oh, yeah.
So they're not playing this game. So you're not noticing, you know, it's just a whole nother game that they're playing.
Right, right.
You know, so you're thinking, oh, this one's going to be better. Then like you say, why do we settle? Because, you know,
You
how
think or you hope? Because there's a difference.
You hope.
You hope it's going to be better.
You hope.
Right.
Nobody goes into a relationship thinking, oh, they are about to rip me a new one and I'm going to just take this as a learning lesson. No, you are dating to marry. You're dating for a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
And then when you really don't look inside and you really know who you are, you'll believe what someone would tell you who you are. Well, you know, you're this, you're that, you know.
Well, especially because you're probably doubting yourself.
You're doubting yourself. You don't believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And it's easy for someone you're interested in to tear you down, to diminish your self-esteem, because then that gives them the upper hand. They have control. And that's like the start of intimate partner violence. It might not always be physical. Sometimes it's verbal. Sometimes it's emotional, mental, you know. And you have to know your strengths, know yourself.
Yeah.
So you can walk away from those situations.
It's got to be tough, though, because, you know, the first thing that usually pops into your head when something goes wrong is your own self-doubt.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, April, what did I do? What you know, what do I need to fix? You know?
And I'm just being here, you know, in a relationship that you always think that, oh, this is it. This is the one. This is, you know, and I'm being faithful. You know, I'm being who I thought I'm supposed to be. You know, the good girlfriend, the faithful girlfriend, you know, the person that, you know. Yeah. But we forget that, you know, why are we here? We're here for, you know, a purpose, you know, and when you settle, you forget that, you know, so.
At what point did you realize I'm done settling? You had to have had an aha moment, I would think, where you were like, okay, I'm not going to settle anymore. Realizing that you were.
After my last relationship.
Okay. So it took a while before you realized it, but you'd eventually realized it. Okay.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I've figured that out yet. I know I still settle for stuff that I shouldn't.
And then you got to look at it, you know, like I say, people date, you know, from pain, you know, not healing. They desire for someone to make them feel better. Like, I'm going to date you because, you know, I want you to make me happy.
Yeah.
I want you to, you know, heal me. I want you to.
Trying to have all of your needs met by this one person instead of figuring out how you can meet them yourself.
Instead of trying to figure out what do I need to do to make me happy.
Yeah.
Looking to
Looking
them
for
to fill a
someone
void.
else
Yep.
to make you happy. To complete you.
Yeah.
You know.
That's tough because I know myself. I've like, if I can't make myself happy, how can I help anybody else? It's tough.
I was just thinking about how that plays out in so many different areas of your life. Like, if I just lose the weight, then I'll be happy. If I just start dating someone, then I'll be happy. Like, if I have kids in this relationship, then we'll be happy.
Yeah.
No. No. Work on you.
Yeah. And didn't I hear you say you said once before, Mignon, that kids are the worst.
Yeah.
I want to say tool, but you know what I mean? Where
if you're already in a bad relationship and you have kids to mend that relationship, no, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Actually, kids are going to make things worse before they get better because it takes your attention away from your partner.
Yeah.
You have to, nurture your kid, build a secure attachment, and that can sometimes breed jealousy.
Yeah.
Well, I just want y'all to know I'm still very hungry.
I was say she's hungry. I can see it. I have some mints.
I don't want no mint. I want a meal.
How do we go from this to I'm still hungry and we got some mints? Okay.
I think I've got some
we're
mixed nuts in my drawer.
We're going to finish up this episode and we're going to pick back up on this, finish up on this subject.
Okay.
So, when you don't guard your heart, you will let anyone walk in, qualified or not. You can read it in the Word, Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And I'm going to put out this little scenario.
Oh, I'm scared now.
So you're at the grocery store and let's say you picking up some apples. You see the perfect Granny Smith apple. She like Granny Smith apples, right?
Good,
Ooh, I
with
like
peanut
Granny
butter.
Smith apples too.
Oh, she eat Granny Smith and peanut butter. You see this perfect apple, right? No bruise, bruises. It's perfect
now
in
I'm
shape.
hungry.
If y'all see, this is why I'm gonna put y'all out.
Okay.
Okay. So back to the Granny Smith apple, and
Granny
it has
Smith
no
apple.
bruises. It's bruises. It's perfect in shape. You buy it without thinking twice.
Mm-hmm.
You bite into this apple. It's rotten, soft and bitter, full of worms.
You ain't clean it first?
This is the inside.
Yeah, but I mean, if you clean it, you could probably feel around. No?
You did all of that when you was in the store.
Oh, okay.
You bit into it. Listen to me.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, girl.
So now this apple is full of worms.
Ugh.
That's a lot of our relationships. Look good on the outside. Oh, she's fine. Oh, she's kind of thick. Oh, he's built, They say all the right things, but once you get inside their character, it's all brokenness, manipulation, or insecurity, dressed up as confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do it.
You already did. Okay, I'm done.
So anyway, and again, I try to, let's go to Samuel 16:7. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord look at the heart. We got to stop judging good based on how it looks, talks, or walks. The enemy knows how to package poison in pretty things.
I'm leave me alone, please.
Continue to love, have faith, and believe in your dreams. God can do all things. Just ask for a little help. Peace.
Now I want an apple. Well, actually, no, I don't. Talk about worms.